You guys been cool with Kanye forever. Is it hard to see all the shit that been going on with him having damn near everybody turn their backs on him and whatnot?
It's wild, boy.
It's all.
Shout out to Yeezy, man.
It's always sad to see somebody of Kanye's stature, nature, going through a situation like what he's going through right now. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
It's
Well, he's
always sad to see
I
a
mean-
person like Kanye, especially like being a person of color and to reach the stature and be his influence, going through what he's going through. And I leave it at that because we have yet to know and see where it's going and where it's going to end up.
Shit.
And I know he's very smart. I know, you know what I
He's in
mean?
a great position right now for commerce. If it's about money, he's probably in the greatest position he ever be in to make some money.
I said that on Instagram, and people, you had a lot of comments. That's why I hate saying things. And then I guess I'm in that thing to where certain people feel like whatever.
I'd like to hear you elaborate on that though, specifically like for those that might not understand why you feel that way.
Everything, it's just like when Trump was president. See, people always got to put things into perspective and categories and certain, you know what I'm saying? A person can be this way, but they can also be good in this area too, just like they can be bad in this area and good in that area. And that's why I feel like, happening with Kanye, he still has his leverage of like being able to sell.
Let me ask you a question. You think niggas broke Yeezy because Adidas
No.
did it,
Exactly.
or they brought Yeezy because Yeezy did it?
No. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Their stock went up actually when Yeezy
So therefore he has the biggest window of his life to be able to sell sneakers.
directly to consumers.
And yeah, maybe they may be closing a lot of doors for him, but there's
Right.
always a door that is open
Always.
that can probably.
That is
And
kind of
it's
how all this
it's
started.
always
Was he
somebody
wanted
will-
to be
it's
free from
always
Adidas
so-
and
it's
all that,
always
you know?
somebody
He got
willing.
free.
It's always somebody willing to go against the norm. You know what I'm saying?
But to what I'm saying is, I said so. Adidas said they're going to continue to sell
Yeah.
Yeezys without Yeezy, but at that point, it's not even a Yeezy; it's just an Adidas.
No,
And
I'm
I
not
don't-
wearing that shit.
hold on.
and-
But
you
but
dig?
to
And I
that
don't
point,
think, and I don't think nobody is jacking that.
It's going to be all about if the fans embrace it, you know?
But hold on. To that point though, it gets to the point to where it's like, then how you even? That's the weirdest. That was
We
the
a
weirdest
culture
thing.
that want the real thing.
Like,
first of all,
let's be for
we ain't,
real.
we ain't into the knockoff.
That's
This-
weird. You
heard?
cancel him, but then you continue to sell his stuff.
When could you niggas is not, we not into the knockoff in this culture.
Nah.
We
This
want
ain't
the-
Canal
But
Street.
we
if you
want the
done with
real
Ye,
thing.
you got to be done with all things Ye, though, right? I would think that's right. If you done with him, then don't continue to sell his designs. That don't really, because then it makes me think to its extent it is some way about money. Now you were able to push him out and continue to make the money off of his, and you know what I mean. It just, but he did say some fucked up things, and that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So we not standing behind.
Wait,
you know,
let's not even.
yeah, you gonna keep it.
You
You
know,
know,
I'm just talking from a business perspective. Not getting into none of the personal things that's going on. I don't got no opinion on that. You dig? All I'm saying is that from a business perspective, from where he's at, if it's about money, he's in a great position to make probably the
best.
most money that he's ever made for himself.
Because of the independence, you're saying, essentially.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not getting into anything else. We're not getting into anything else. You heard? You're not into.
yeah, leave it at that.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
definitely. Understandable, man. Shit is radioactive.
Yes, it is.
It's good to stay away from politics. It's kind of a shame to see somebody who really like became a legend because of his music and his fashion sense and whatever, kind of end up in this position because he really wanted to like weigh in on politics. When it's like to a certain extent, there's part of my brain that feels like fuck. Like, why does it even fucking matter? Like, why can't he just believe whatever I feel the same way about athletes. It's like they're here to play basketball. Like, can't they just think whatever the fuck they want?
I can't tell you this. The freedom of speech is very pricey.
Very pricey.
Apparently, yeah.
Bars.
But do you feel, as a person who might from time to time have, controversial opinions, do you feel like you find yourself sort of not expressing them on social media or whatever because you just don't want to be looking at your fucking Instagram or Twitter dealing with the fallout and all that bullshit over the course of the next couple of days?
I feel like this. When I was younger, there were things that I may have shouted out that I might not be ready to shout out right now. I pick and choose the things I want to say, and I want to be very smart and diligent about the things that I choose to say. I try to.
You have to
dig?
be.
I'm a very emotional person. I used to just go off the hinge and shit like that for the most part. And we're in a different time right now, so you gotta be very strategic about how you market yourself and promote your brand and things like that. So we all want to make money, so we can't feed our family and things like that. You dig? So